Hello and welcome to Race Car Fabrication and Restoration. I'm Ronnie Humphrey. As always, thanks for joining me today. This is our rear deflector glass. It sits right there on the truck. We replace all the other glasses in the truck. Now we're going to do this one on this episode. So right along with us. Okay, on our last episode, we were fighting the endless oil leaks on the truck, and we've got everything finished now except for this one last oil leak that was in the tank. And we're waiting on our silicone to dry so we can try to put some oil in this thing tomorrow. But we're going to go ahead and try to replace this glass. You can see how scratched up it is, and everything else is really nice and clean in the truck. Brand new glass. Even the side vents, windshield, they're dirty and need to be cleaned up. But this is going to be a little tricky piece to make. With these Zeus button springs permanently welded to the cage, this has got to be spot on. So I'm hoping we can do this. We're going to have to reuse this same piece over. I am going to try to straighten up the edge a little bit. But we've got a little bit of cut out here. Plus, we're going to redo this support here. You can see this is actually a little bit loose. I had a pop rivet that didn't go all the way through. We're going to change this up. We're going to notch this so we can get our rivets to set all the way to the bottom. We're going to put a little notch in it. That'll be fine. So anyway, we'll get started. Try to get this in there on the other side of the shop so we can lay out this piece here first. And hopefully, I think I'm going to put a piece of Lexan, but try to make this look a little better. I was looking here in my spare miscellaneous sheet metal and Lexan stuff, and I actually found a piece, 3/16, same as this, so this would be perfect. It got a scrap here, a drop from, we probably made a windshield out of this, probably for one of the other race cars back in the day, but this is just what we need. So we're gonna go in here and just mark this out and cut it, and this has got to be exact. Like I said, we got to be able to hit these exact points here. So let's see if we can get this drawn out and get it cut out, and we'll probably use the bandsaw over here to cut it. And it's going to be kind of hard to keep that straight, but we'll do our best. I can see here when they originally built this piece, they had to do a lot of shimming here, a lot of slotting, I guess is a better word, to try to make these work. So hopefully we have a pattern to go by. So hopefully it'll be a little easier than they had the first time we built it. Okay, we got this piece cut out, and we're going to lay it here on this other one and see how close we are. Whew, feels pretty daggum good. But I know you probably know this, a little tricky is whenever you outline something, always come back and cut to the inside of your line. And that's pretty daggum close. We're going to take our famous flapper wheel and sandpaper flapper wheel, and we're going to dress up these edges, and then we'll go ahead and drill our holes for our Zeus buttons, and we'll be able to try it for a test fit. So let's see what happens here. We're going to use our guides, our old holes, to make sure that you get these in the exact same spot, yeah, you can take a pencil or something and go down through the hole, but something that's thick, we can't do that. So we're actually going to use these as our drill guides. That way we know the hole's in exact correct position, whatever how you want to say it. I'm gonna go ahead and drill these 3/8 holes now, and okay. Now we got these located where the Zeus button goes. We have this hole here for this hold down strap. So now we'll go ahead and cut out our big holes. We'll use a step up bit for those probably, and then that'll get us pretty close. I'm gonna use my drill guide here, take our Zeus button. It's actually a 23/64. I've got 23/64 bits, but a 3/8 also works. We'll probably go ahead and just use a 3/8. Just gives us a little more play. Since we have our pilot holes done now, we'll put the 3/8 in here. Okay, now we know that that'll go through there and our holes still line up. So we can, all I have to do now, we have to chamfer these edges. You can see, so we have to chamfer that. And got to think how I'm going to do that just yet. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'm going to use an extremely large drill bit. That's what we'll do. We use a great big drill bit like this, chuck it up, and that'll give us our chamfer we need. So that's another little trick. So we'll swap out here. You gotta be real careful you don't go too deep here. There we go. Now we're flush. Alrighty, so we'll go get our pop rivet gun and put these in position, and we'll be able to see if this thing will fit. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take off our protective cover here now on the front and back side. Whew, nice and clear, so much better than the other. First, what we're going to do, we'll put our 3/16 rivet in here. I can come up with a clean rag here. Just lay a couple up under here to protect this a little bit. It won't take much. Okay, first one goes right here. Okay, we'll get that squared off. All right. Now, we'll swap to our 3/16 gun. I'm sorry, to our 1/8 inch gun. We were using a 3/16. can't do this left-handed. Can't do it right-handed either, looks like. I tell you, if you do very many 1/8" rivets, you got to get one of these 1/8" rivet guns. They sure make it nice. That's the 1/8" rivets work so good. I'm gonna step this up just a little. I was off about a half a hole there. All right, I don't know if you can see it's nice and flush here now. And tell you what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and put one of these in at a time. We'll check it on the truck, and I'll come back and we'll put the rest of them in. We're gonna test fit as we go, in other words. Well, as luck would have it, the battery died on my camera. I forgot to charge it while I was going to church tonight. But anyway, so we got the new one in. I only had one injury. I burned my tip of my finger. Can you see that is a rivet mark? I actually burned a rivet mark in my finger. But you see how dirty that is? And now we lower this down. See how clear that is. Can you see it? That's the difference. Like there's nothing there on that new glass. But anyway, put this over here to the side. One other thing I did, I came back and I trimmed this piece here out. The reason I did that is because I couldn't get my rivet gun to seat all the way because that channel was so narrow. I'm gonna show you here. That was too wide to go in there. So I just real nicely notched those a little bit. And then we get our rivet gun. So we redid these three. Got that in there solid. So now this is all good to go. So the big deal tomorrow is we're going to put the oil in it and check for leaks. And we're going to head to the track and see if we can go try to do a few warm-up laps and things. Just try to get everything up to temperature and make sure we got all the oil leaks stopped. So that's the next stop. So we'll do that next.